How you doing, everybody? Beerman here. Welcome back to the channel. Recently, Planet Crafter put out a new DLC called Toxicity. It's a great DLC. If you've not had a chance to play, you should. And I decided, you know what? Be good. Let's get ourselves a starter base. So that's what I've done, is I've built this little starter base. I'll have a look. This is what it looks like from the outside. Its inspiration comes from the drone station. So let me show you. So see that? The way it's shaped, that's kind of sort of the shape I was going for when it comes to building this one. Let's take a look around. I'll show you. We've got some ramps here in the front and places to decorate in the front as well. You enter, you've got two sides, one over here to the left. As you can see, you can look out that way. Some big open spaces here. Go up, and you got another big open space here with some views to the outside. Come back around, go to the right, and it is the same exact thing, duplicated for symmetry purposes. Another big giant space. And you can put your storage up here if you want, your auto crafters down here, and they will connect, and it works out just great. You put your information screens right here. You can put more information screens here. And then we have our little first biodome. And then we've got a nice big giant platform area for anything you want to put out. You can put decorations, you can put storage lockers, you can put your drone station, you can put all sorts of stuff. Power, as you can see, your water collector. It just turns out to be a nice big open space. I've done this actually in my live Let's Play, build out a big space like this, except I did it over the big gap over there. And the area we chose was purposeful. It is, I'll demonstrate the reason why we've come up here and how we can get started. So let's jump straight in and build this baby. Okay, let's get right to it. Now, the place that I picked, I'll demonstrate where I picked and why. There is our starter little thing that we crash landed in. And if you just go up the hill over to here, there is a big, giant, flat area. And that's where I've chosen to build this. You don't have to build it here, but this just lends itself to being the easiest because you're dealing with a known surface. Next thing you have to take into consideration is orientation. The foundations work on a grid system. I've complained about this a long time, but they're not going to fix it from what I could tell. So when you decide your base, you can either, where to put your base, you can either point it in that direction or point it in that direction. Of course, you could point it that way and that way, but those are no fun. I've chosen, as you could tell, to point that way. I wish we could point it this way, but hey ho. If you build it somewhere else, you might be able to do a different direction, but you're going to have to pay attention to the landscape, because as you can see, this is the peak of the hill. If you start down here, you'll run into trouble. So that's why I started up here. It's flat back here. So even if you decided to start all the way back here, this is good, but you'll run into the same. This is the only place I can point my foundations. Next thing is to make sure you're at the point where you have got your big living compartment. They unlock with the blueprint chips. So you just got to make sure you find enough of them to get to that point. And you need to make sure you're at the stage where you can do interior stairs. Those are two kind of key important parts to this base. Okay, let's get started. Here we go. We've got a 4 wide by 2 deep place to start. And what I want to do is I want to put a living compartment right here. And if you look at the grids, there's kind of like 4 quadrants. I want to just cover these 2 quadrants right here, these 2 quarters. It's going to be like half and half on each one, and then halfway sticking off with this living compartment. And I'll demonstrate why in a bit. To make my life easier, what I do is I just put out 2 more foundations just for temporary purposes, build that, Now, another key aspect is make sure you are not below these in any way, shape, or form, or you'll regret it later on. So we'll try to be as flat as possible. Move it forward. Let's see, where's halfway? That looks like halfway. That's close enough, just slightly over, but it's good enough. And let's get a door on there. And boom, we are rocking and rolling. Let's get these two temporaries out of here. Next, we need to put a living compartment on each side. So now we're now 3 wide, and they still exist on these foundations, if you could see. So now you understand why I chose to do it that way. Next, we need to put ourselves a 2x2 on each side. The way that I find it the easiest is to be up here. So you make sure it's flat with the front, okay? See, not sticking out front that way, but flat that way. Okay, there you go, flat. And do the same out this way. They are tricky. Sometimes you need to spin them to get them to go where you want, but there you go. We've got it. One out that way, one out that way. You look from the front, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool. Next, let's go inside. And what we're going to do is on the inside of this 2x2, sorry, we're going to put a living compartment sticking out the front that way and sticking out the front that way. So when you come out, this is what it looks like. See? Over there and over there. Now to get that look, so let's put this down for reference in case you forget, the drone station. Let's turn it like that. So see, that's kind of sort of the look we're going for. Now we need to curve the corners. So let's grab these corners here and put one there and put one there. Now one last thing is, instead of building out all these foundations all over the place and then plopping them on, I'm saving that to the end because that way you know exactly how wide it needs to be, or you can choose to make it slightly wider and it doesn't get as boring. You could just get on with the base building. Okay, cool. There we go. Now we have got ourselves the basics. We need to put another one out this way. Another one. When I say another one, we need another living compartment attached to that side and to that side. And there you go. So it's starting to really take shape now, similar to our drone station. It's given us that look. In the middle though, right out this way, we want to put the very first biodome we get, which is just called biodome. And boom, there you go. Now you can come out this way. You can put a door here. And look at that. We got it going. But we can do even better. We don't want to just leave it like this. Well, we want to give it a little bit more height, a little bit more funkiness, for lack of a better word. So what I want to do is I want to take a 2x2 and put it on top. But I don't want it just to line up. I want it to go halfway. And it gets tricky trying to line it up halfway. So the easiest thing to do is to take a normal living compartment and just put it in the corner, pop up on top of that. In this game, if you've looked around, you will find a jetpack. So even if you can't build one, there are some laying around, which is really convenient. Let's get ourselves a 2x2 and just attach it there. And then we deconstruct it. There you go. Let's come over to the other side, do the same thing, put up a living compartment right there, jump on top, get a 2x2, attach it, take it out. Boom. Done. Next, we need to find a way to get up there. So let's pop ourselves inside, come over to one side. I'll tell you what, it's getting dark. I will bring you back when the sun comes back up, so we're not doing this in the dark. And we're back. Okay, sunlight's coming out now. Let's jump inside and put in some stairs. Now, remember that half of this is nothing. There's nothing above it. The other half there is. So we want to put our stairs out this way. Let's grab the stairs and make sure that when we rotate them, they're rotated and orientated towards the back like that. And then we put them in, and then you can go up like that and you're in. Okay, let's go to the other side and do the same thing. There we go. In the back, grab the stairs, turn it so it's pointing back. Boom. And up we go. And there we go. We've got it. Now we've got big giant storage areas wherever we need it, or places to put anything we want. And we've got a way out. Let's have a look from here. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the back at the moment. There's some cool overhangs. You could put glass walls up or windows, whatever you want, depending on where you want to look. And if we come around, here's the side. Right, looks like a space vehicle, almost like a spaceship. And there it is from the front. So it's looking very much like this drone station, if you ask me. Right, what's next? Now let's get rid of you. Next is we got to fill in all these areas with foundations. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. And we're back. Okay, there you go. Now you can see I have put these platforms, these foundations out as wide as everything else. And here's some decisions we've got to make. Now, what we can do is we can decide to just ramp down from here. So let's put in like so, to like that, 1 and 2. And that would be fine if that's what you want. And you could just close this off like so. So just put one railing there and one railing there, right? Oh, this one is not in the right place. Let's fix that up. There you go. So you got railings on the sides and you can come up and down and that works just fine. Or you can decide that you want everything to come out one more. And I'll show you what that looks like. So we'll just put another row of foundations out. Although you don't have to actually go all the way out. You can just, tell you what, just go something simple like this, right? Like that, put that out, and then put 2 ramps in like so, like that. Then you can put railings on the corners like so. Just make sure you push it out as far as what you can, like that, okay? And like that, and like that. Then you got a nice little space that you could put flower pots, you could put lights, and you can come up this way. And there it is, that's your approach. Okay, cool. Now, in the back, what we have here is a very short porch. I like a big area to put stuff and things on the outside. So what I'm going to do, and this is completely optional, up to you, is I'm going to build this area out by 5. So let's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come over here. I like these overhangs. They're really cool in my opinion. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just make it meet and fill it in. And there you go. Nice big giant area. Again, what we can do is we can decide to put ramps up right here. The way I would do it is I would skip 2 and put them up. So there. So leave the N2 empty, put it there, and then just go all the way across like so. So when you get your rover, you can just drive straight up here if you wanted to and park it here. Right? And then what you can also do, and you could put the triangle piece here, this one right here, if you wanted to, and you could put this here. You have to manually adjust its rotation. That's pretty close. So if you wanted that, and then you can put more railings all along here. And there you go. So now, oh, I'll tell you what, I forgot that. Let's do this side as well with the triangle piece. There you go. And grab that. Oh, sorry, you can't use control on the corners here like that. You have to manually spin it. And boom. And there you go. Now you've got yourself a nice little platform area where you can put your stuff on the outside. You can put things under here if you want. You can put some windows in. You got plenty of space in here. and you can decide what you want to do. You could put your screen, information screens here or here. I would put signs here just because sometimes I forget which way I'm going. So 1 and 2, and then put my information signs right here so I know what I'm doing. One there and the other one there. Boom. You could set yourself a table with screens as well. So we could put a table right here and here, like so, and then put screens up. So you've got your unlock screen, you've got your power screen, you've got any other screen you want. Screens that you probably want is your toxicity screen, and the other one that is always good to have really close by, perhaps even your transmissions, right? So if you want. And don't forget that these things stack if you needed them to. So you've got your, let's say you wanted a map screen, you can just stick them right on top of each other like that, see, if you wanted to, but that's completely down to you how you want to lay it out. In the back, what I would do is I would put myself my power, depending on where I'm at. Usually at this level, I am at this, with this kind of a power. So I can put 2 over here and 2 over here. Right, come on out. Ooh. 1, 2. Now we've got power hanging out over there. So you could see what's going on. Your screens are up and running. All things to look at. Pretty cool. You can, out in the front, you can put flower pots because you'll have flower pots. But before you do that, what you can do is you can put some lights up. All right, so your outdoor lamps, get them in the corner right as close as you can. 1 there. And 1. Oh, come up. Where are you? There you go. 1 there. So you've got lights. You can put flower pots down here because you have these. They will have unlocked at this point. You can put them right next to the door. That way you can pretty the place up. And as I mentioned, you can put windows. And this is one thing I like to do, is put the windows in the front so we could see out. 1 there and 1 there. And there you go, so you can see out. And I think that just about does it. So let me get you a view from the top. This is what it looks like from the front. This is what you're looking like from the side. This is what it looks like in the back here. And then, of course, you know, you have the other side right here. It looks like it blends in. Right, let me just build a little tower and I'll show you what it looks like top down. And there you go. That's what it looks like. I hope you like it. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in the comments. If you liked it, what changes, if you built it, and if you find it useful. If you did enjoy the video, do let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment. And as always, feel free to subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see ya.